What would you say to another doctor who's on the fence about getting involved?
Mhm. Yeah, the most common question I get from doctors who are considering doing Smiles Change Lives and or doing any kind of pro bono treatment, it's the funniest questions are always, are the families good? Do they show up? Do they participate? Do they do what you ask? It's always about like the character of the patient. And our experience is that, we don't get, again, you don't get bad apples with this program because of the investment that they make, because of the little bit of skin that's off their back, which for a lot of these families is a lot of skin, to be honest, that donation to that organization. Um, and so yeah, don't worry about the families. I think that comes from sort of like, oh, I don't treat Medicaid because they don't have, it's just that everything's for free and they don't have a value or they don't have a sense of value. And that has not been my experience with Smiles Change Lives. Again, I think that model, it helps to sort of screen out or somehow weed out those families. And, are there Smile Change Lives doctors who've maybe had a one or two that have been bad? Maybe, but honestly, the other benefit too is that Smiles Change Lives, they hold them accountable, right? So if you're having appointment problems, if you're having hygiene problems, if you're having, they're arguing with you about having the prime spot in their day in your schedule, and they've signed an agreement that that's not really part of Smiles Change Lives. You can tell Smiles Change Lives, and they will advocate for you to help sort of straighten out that disagreement with that patient. And they're reminded that, look, you made some agreements as part of this pro bono care, and so you just get really supported by Smiles Change Lives. They help with those kind of problems, and then you're just doing your normal thing. You're just treating kids and making great smiles, and and you get all these other benefits from a team perspective for doing it. And so yeah, don't be afraid of that. It's like, you know, Jamie Reynolds, actually, you mentioned him earlier. Jamie Reynolds always says, we have made a lot of policies in our orthodontic worlds based on the 1%, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to get that big down payment because that one patient left and had all their aligners or had their braces on and they didn't get any payment. That was one out of thousands. And so for 1% of the people, we create this policy that excludes a bunch of others with their ability to have a affordable down payment, right? Same thing with Smiles Change Lives. Don't make a decision about treating these kids based on that one parent that may give you a little trouble. They're great families. They're grateful. They're ready to, have be there for their kid. That's what I found. The kids have to write an essay. The kids have to, be invested emotionally, and then they're invested financially, and that makes great patients.